Welcome back to the new video. We have a special one for you. We have Team France in the building right now. I'm at JDI Barbell in Tribeca, New York, and we're about to get in a lifting session. I'm gonna take you through what the mindset of a champion is. Not just mine. We have 3 from Team France. So you're in for a special treat. Stay tuned because this is gonna be epic. Let's go.
Last one. Let's go. Last one.
How are you, man?
What's going on? Introduce
Good.
yourself. I kind of did it, but
Yeah, so
I don't know if I did it justice.
Pana, 2 times 66 kilo world champion.
All right. So I was going to tell my audience about my mindset, but what I want to do is talk about your mindset. So you just hit a big 250 squat, and I saw you getting hyped up. First question is, what's running through your mind before a big squat?
Honestly, it kind of depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm like in an aggressive mindset, and so I'll maybe think about like my opposition, the other competitors in my weight class. Sometimes I'm more self-centered, so it will really depend. And this time I was like today I was very self-centered, and it was more so I'm surrounded by greatness, like yourself, Leah, Tip, Gavin was there earlier, and I was like, I'm part of greatness also, and so I just have to manifest it. And that's something we discussed the other day. Was in MMA they say you're as good as your last fight, and I think in powerlifting that's pretty much also the same case, where you're as good as you're strong. So basically, if on a given day I'm not strong, it happens, but I'll try to always be at my best self. And sometimes it's not always like loading more weight, it's also like be very technical with your lift, feel the weight properly, could be different things. And so for today, like 250 is not my best squat in terms of numbers, but the way I made it move today, it's probably one of my best squats probably ever. But for the past year, 99% sure that's my best squat. And so I was focused on that. I was like, oh, there's Taylor Atwood in front of me, there's Leah in the back, and I was like, oh, I'm greatness, so I have to show it.
That's cool.
So I wanted to impress you guys.
So yeah, like I talk about sometimes going internal and really evoking that emotion internally, but I am big on external factors as well. So it's interesting to hear that you use different external motivators to get you going on a big squat, because for me personally, I would say the other day when we worked out, and then even today, like I can feel that energy. So I completely understand what you're talking about in terms of like greatness is in front of me. I'm gonna show out as well. And I wasn't even thinking in that. It was just like I felt it. So no, that's cool to hear. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got on bench and deadlift though. Let's see. He's doing 441 pounds for sets and reps. Queen of powerlifting right there. I also have a very special guest, the queen of powerlifting.
Too much honor.
We got Leah in the house. Leah, I want to ask you, so you hit a big squat session here.
Yeah.
You hit a what, 10 by 2 with 200?
8 by 2.
8 by 2.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
8 by 2
okay.
200.
Okay. And I just want to know what is going through your mind knowing that you have a 10 by 2, probably you're very fatigued, you've traveled a lot. So like what's going through your mind on a heavy session like this?
So I actually just say that to Jason and them. I said, even if I'm getting physically tired and physically challenged, more I'm challenged physically, more it's easier mentally. Like it's so weird.
Interesting.
But because I feel like I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Like I have to do it no matter what. And here I'm just like one set after one set, and even like most of the time my first set is like seems heavy, difficult, and more set I do and easier it gets. So yeah, because just everything is here. Like I just break that mental barrier and I'm like, I can do it and I have to do it. I don't have a choice.
See, that's a completely different answer than what Panna gave me. So it's
really?
it's interesting because he was using just the external factors. Like he didn't go internally. He was like, oh, I have Leah here, I have Gavin here, I got Taylor. I have to show out for them.
I'm more internal than.
And you were using that internal.
Actually, when we came the first time at the gym, there were so much people looking at me and everything that I was feeling not scared, but like I was not feeling good. Actually, sometimes I just prefer to be alone and I don't see anything and I'm just like super duper internal. I'm not. Yeah.
No, I think so. You get two ends of the spectrum here, right? Like someone that was using external motivators and then someone using internal motivators, but they've all reached the same level in terms of being a world champion. So
you just have to find what works for you. And I know what works for me. It's like it's inside. I have to find that groove, that feeling inside to make it like hype myself. But yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very helpful. Thank you. All right, so we have another world champion in the building. Tiffany Chapon. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So Tiffany, I want to understand kind of what your mindset is going into a heavy lift.
Yeah.
Any lift, doesn't matter.
Well, when I start a lift, I want to know what I can do when I lift. So I try to see the bar, and I know what I can do in this movement. So I try to see what I can do. And
So it's more visualization.
yeah.
You're visualizing the lift of like,
yeah.
all right, I have this on the bar, and I have to get this done.
Yeah.
I have to lift that.
I need to do this weight or everything. So I need to put myself and let's go.
See, that's interesting. So Panna said he uses an external factor.
Yeah.
Leah, I think, uses something similar to you, but hers was more internal of like, I'm using like maybe some anger or something, but you're visualizing like
totally.
what you want to do. So there you go. Like we have 3 world champions that use 3 different methods for heavy lifts. So it's just very interesting to see how you all are different. We're all different.
We are really different. Well, we do the same sport and the same mental, but when we go to lift, we are very different mindsets. So yeah.
But what's interesting is like when I see you approach the bar, all 3 of you, it's very similar.
Yeah. We are the same.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
And I love it. I absolutely love it. So what is it like to be able to train around other world champion powerlifters every day, essentially?
Well, it's incredible because when I start the powerlifting, I don't know who is Panna or Leah. I don't know everything at the sport.
You're a boxer, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. She's a boxer, not a powerlifter.
But when I come to our gym, I'm so shy and I don't want to lift with Leah and Panna and other people. It's just incredible for me. And I love it so much. Really.
Yeah. It's rare because I felt energy like no other.
Yeah.
Just being around you guys for the last 2 times I've been lifting now.
They are really friendly with us, and we push everybody in our gym. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Come on, man, let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
Go, Panna.
On y va. Good job. On y va. On y va, on y va, on y va.
The king of grinding, right there. That is absolutely insane. The king of grinding. What do you have to say about that?
RP8. What we were talking about the other day was, to me, you're like one of the absolute talents of our sport. Like Leah is another one, like Tiffany is another one. And I'm like, I don't feel that special talented in terms of like my technique or like how I'm built for the sport. But I would say my talent is there. It's like I will give my absolute best every single rep. And even if I have to do like 5 reps like that, I'll do them. Like there's no way, like there's no quitting in me. And I would say, again, not saying you're not working hard or you're talented, but talent doesn't mean anything. It's just then you have to put in the work. But I would say my talent is that. It's like that mental strength that I have when I'm grinding a rep. Even if I have to grind 12 seconds, I don't give a fuck, man. I'll just go through it. And so that's what I was thinking when it wasn't, it's hard. It was, as long as the bar is going up, then I don't quit. It's just, for me, that's simple. People say, how well do you grind, stuff like that. There's obviously a technical component to it. Like if you maintain a consistent technique, then you can grind. But after that, it's just the balls. It's just like go through the rep, go
I love
through
it.
the motion.
Absolutely love it.
So that wasn't planned though. Like I didn't expect it to be that hard. But sometimes like, fuck it, let's grind through.
Hell yeah.
But I feel good in those moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel that's probably the moment where I feel the most alive. When I'm like on the bridge of breaking up, this close to not hitting it, then that's when I feel the most alive.
That's crazy.
And sometimes it doesn't go through, and then I'm mentally destroyed for a couple of hours. But then when it goes through, you're like watching that shit back, and you're like,
damn.
I did it. That's kind of how I feel.
But he's got a pec injury right now, so that's why that move.
Not even, yeah.
Yeah, not evenly, but also at like RPE 9.8.
Yeah. Fair. I was telling you I hesitated to go 180, which would have been like 2.5 more kilos. Then I thought these two, and I was like, nah, let's put 177, and that was like spot on.
No, it was a
I don't
great
think
call.
I had 0.5 left.
It was a great call. I was like, I watched him in 2021. Also, just his training in general. He is the king of grinding. The king.
Thank you.
I'm gonna post something right here, right now. You'll see like the absolute grinder at like a world championship, not training.
Yeah.
At a world championship.
It's different. Like it's not the same. Like at Euros, I had the 10 seconds bench grind also. It's not the same to grind in training because in training it's like you're there with your friends, with your environment, whenever you want to go. And some people don't realize, but you squatted 300 kilos once in your life. Why don't you squat 300 left? And it's like, man, when the day you squatted 300, you felt the best. So you just loaded that weight. But then if worlds happen and you're not 100%, whether it be physically, whether it be mentally, whether it be you have an injury, then your 100% on that day would be lower than your 100% in training. Because guess what? When you loaded 300 in training, it's because you felt good. But at Worlds, maybe you'll feel like shit, and they don't give a fuck. They're like, load a weight and go squat it.
That's right.
So that's, I think, something people are sometimes harsh on lifters. Oh yeah, but it's like 15 off of his best. Yeah, man, but maybe on that day I wasn't feeling the best that I was feeling ever, and I still did the fucking thing,
No, absolutely. Worlds is a different animal. I don't think people, unless you've been to a world championship and competed at one, you know what the judging is like. I'm not even talking about the travel and all that, because everyone has to travel. We're all traveling to wherever we have to get to. So screw the travel. It's more around the judging. It's unfortunately very subjective, and it's not consistent across every judge. So you don't know what judge or type of judge you're going to get in any seat. So on squat, on bench press, or deadlift, they can hold your command for 3 seconds on bench, or they can be very strict on squat with your knees not being locked out or your 45-degree angle on your back. It's whatever they want to call that day is kind of, it's such a wild card. But
so it's not how well do you feel, let's load 300. It's more so how much am I confident in loading with that type of judging, with that type of standard, but also what are the other ones doing in my weight class so that I don't fall behind.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, it's not, oh, I feel good, let's load 300. It's more so, okay, I feel good, I could load 300, but will my depth be unquestionable? Because that central ref is very, very hard. So no, then maybe I'll load 285 or 290, and then, but what are the other guys doing? And it's not the same. And like you said, I think honestly, only people that have been there could really understand what it means to be at the world stage with the hardest judging ever, and also with the fiercest competition ever, which changes a lot of things.
That's right. Especially in your weight class, you have some stiff competition, and like I've seen you, even this past Worlds, you pulled whatever you needed to win, and like even with the strictest of judging, you made it happen. So
the good thing is we're all under the same circumstances, which is why I feel it's a. Oh, we have another grind. Which is why I feel it's a bit unfair for lifters not competing at Worlds IPF to compare themselves or their performances to IPF World's performances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For instance, obviously, now you have some lifters capable of hitting 800 in your weight class, but then you have to do it at Worlds against the other ones that are capable of hitting 800. Otherwise, you cannot confidently say 100% I'm the best 74 ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel it's the same throughout all weight classes. And now with the USAPL guys coming over to the IPF, I think it will be interesting to see how they do. And obviously, a lot of them are very, very strong, and I'm not questioning that. It's more so we will know who's the best in each weight class the day of Worlds when it happens on that day at that moment. Otherwise, you cannot claim you're the strongest in the world unless you made it happen on that day,
That's right.
Because
That's right.
otherwise, we all take our training bests and we're like, oh, I'm the best. No, what matters on that day? Like some lifters that I competed against at Worlds 2023, some of them had a bigger registered total than me and still have. I beat them on that day, and that's what matters.
Right.
It's not about, oh, my resume, I don't give a fuck. It's what will happen on that day, and pretty sure I'm going to grind myself out. And if you win, then you're the best on that day. And if I win, I'm the best on that day. That's it.
Yeah. No, it's. I think that's so fair, and it'll be interesting to see what all of them do in this new, whatever we want to call it, new wave in 2024. But
I'm excited.
We're very excited.
Yeah, I'm
We're
excited.
very
to see it
excited.
come over. That would be cool.
Let's get to deadlifts.
Yeah.
Allez, on y va là! Allez les gars! C'est un minimum ça, c'est un minimum! Allez! Une! Allez! À la même! Allez! Dernière, on y va! Allez! Allez! Allez!
How dare you? How dare you?
Allez! Verrouille!
Easy work.
Come on, Taylor. Yes, sir. Make it count. Every rep.
Allez.
Good, Taylor. 4. Easy. All the way, man.
Allez.
Last rep. Last rep.
Let's go.
That's the only ego lift I'll do. That's it.